YouTube, Monday Night Football. What are we doing here? Let's get into the action. No bullshit. Let's go. First prop we're going to look at, Tyler Warren. I like him for 3 catches. Phillip Rivers is this just big unknown, right? He has a little bit of a good game. Is he going to do it again? Was it just a miracle story? Who knows? I don't trust him. He's not doing it again. I don't even think he's going to throw another passing touchdown, to be honest. My opinion. But what I do know is they're going to be down. Game script is going to go. I'd say 49ers scoring 30 points. Colts chasing, right? Throwing the ball. So I will take Tyler Warren for either 3 or 4 catches. I'm not sure yet. But check this out. Overall, they are bottom 3 in the league on allowing receptions. San Francisco, all right? Versus tight ends, bottom 10. So the defense isn't that good on wide receivers and tight ends. So, I think he's going to get a couple catches. Can you take 3 to be safe? Obviously, Phillip Rivers is this what's going to happen? Is he going to just give the ball to Jonathan Taylor the whole game because, he is their best player? And it's a little bit easier to hand off the ball when you're 47 years old, whatever the hell you are. But we're going to take him for 3 catches. All right, we're going to lock this one in. Look at the data. All right. The data is going to look a little something like this. Obviously, he gets a 20% target share. It's Pittman. And look at all the tight ends went over their lines. All right. Here and there, not that bad. So I like this play. I think that one's going to hit. Let's keep it moving. Let's just take a look while we're on the subject of Michael Pittman. Obviously, again, versus wide receivers, they're 20th in the league. So tight ends actually do a little bit better in terms of the receptions allowed. But let's just take a look at his yards. Yeah, he's just too all over the place for me. I don't like this. I don't like seeing such volatility. I don't like that. I'm probably going to stay away from Michael Pittman. Let's take a look at his catches just to see, just to compare. His receptions, yeah. It just I don't know. Phillip Rivers is too much of is a very, questioning subject. I don't like it. I'm going to stay away. All right, we're going to take a look at Jonathan Taylor on the Colts. Jonathan Taylor is looking like his rush yards, I think he's averaging 70 a game. And their defense isn't it's a neutral matchup. But he did drop 87 on one of the best defending teams against running backs and rushing yards allowed. So it makes you think, what's he going to do today? Well, I like him for 70. Only because, Jesus. They're going to make it hard to take 70, huh? Minus 500. I want to take his under. I want to say because the game script is going to go as is. They might be throwing the ball a little bit more. You take him for 70. Do you take him for under his yards? Do you take him for 80? Let's look at the line for 80. My luck, he'll go 72. He'll go 73. Take this information for what it is. Let's just take a look at the rest of the data just so you can make a decision on yourself, on your own. 73% rush share. Okay. Look at all the running backs who went over their lines the past couple games. It looks pretty good, right? He is their best player. He might be the move. Maybe I will take him for 80. I'll just keep it at 80. It's a tough one, right? All right, well, let's keep it moving. Let's take a look at Alec Pierce for 15 receiving yards. I think this is going to be a winning play. I think he's hit this 5 out of 5 games. I'm going to take a look. Again, Phillip Rivers does like the dump off, right? Let's see. guy's deceiving me. Is his line at 20.5? But the man just gets an average of about... What am I looking at? What's 15 yards looking like? 20 yards is minus 177 for 15 yards? And he's 100%? What am I looking at? This is a solid play. What am I looking at? Take this quick. Oh, 15 receiving. What are they on drugs? What are they doing? What are they doing? 15% target share. Neutral matchup. Why? Because they were at Michael Pittman. Well, Michael Pittman, I don't even think. Fuck Michael Pittman. This man is consistent. You don't see. This man's a lot more consistent than Michael Pittman is. Michael Pittman can scratch his ass. Let's just take another look at him. Because now, making me question everything. Yeah, I mean, okay, so he had a 115-yard game. Bottom 3 defense. Let's take a look and compare. So this defense is going to be a neutral matchup. 19th in the league. How did he do? He did well. All right. Same kind of matchup. A neutral match, 79 yards. Then he did horrible for 17 on the opponent's rank. So you know what? Against tough matchups, easy matchups, he does great. He's all over the place. You know what? Forget him. I like Alec Pierce. Take Alec Pierce. All right, now let's take a look at the man, the myth, the legend, Christian McCaffrey. Are we taking McCaffrey for 50 rush yards? Maybe 40 receiving yards? We're going to figure that out. I do think they're going to be rushing the ball. So I do like him for his line at 59, even for 50 to be safe. So they're going to be decent value. Minus 250. I like this. Okay. They do have a pretty tight rush defense, but look what he did. Look what he did. Yeah, you know what? Actually, bottom 9, he still hit 54. You know, let's just take a look and see what the running backs have done. Kenneth Walker couldn't do it. Charbonnet couldn't do it. Tien did it. Woody Marks did it. Nick Chubb did it. Kareem Hunt really did it. All right, you know what? I think I like him for 50. That's just game script. I'm just so convinced that this is gonna happen. So 50. Let's just take a look at his receiving yards so you can see. Let's take a look at his catches. So let's take a look versus running back. So overall, the receptions they're almost dead last in receptions, Indiana. So, you know, are you going to take him for the receptions? Or are you going to take him for the receiving yards? Let's see. Are you taking for rush and receiving? We're going to take a look at that next. Receiving yards, we're looking at overall, they're bottom 2 in the league, right? So you take the man for 40 receiving yards, you take him for 4 catches. I'm taking him for the 40 receiving yards, but if we had to take him for rush and receiving, it's like all it takes is just like, I hate sweating the catches. Like he's got to have the targets, got to be a lot of targets, but like 40 yards, he can just hit one catch and boom, find the hole and get one big break. So. And this shows me enough. The receiving yards allowed, they're worse than the receptions. So maybe they're just better. They're a little bit worse at defending than running. So, yeah. Do you take him for 90 here? Do you take him for 90? What is the value? Can we? I don't know what the value. 100 is minus 140. You probably get looking at minus 2 something. I don't know. Maybe take him 2 separate bets just to be safe. 50 rushing yards and your safe bet with your parlay, and then take him for 40 receiving yards somewhere else. That could be a move. All right, let's keep it moving. Look at Juwan Jennings for 4 catches. I think he's going to definitely hit this early. He is their wide receiver 1. 4 catches is, yeah. Oh, I take that back. They are worse at receptions than yards allowed. Changes everything, doesn't it? So, 4 receptions for Juwan Jennings. I like this a lot. It's good value. Let's take a look. Minus 250. All right. Well, when a player is, hitting this most of the time. Juwan Jennings, 16% target share, 4 receptions. All right. Yeah, let's look at the players who've done it before. Rashid Shaheed, Cooper Kupp did it. JSN, Jacoby Myers almost did it. It's crazy. Brian Thomas almost did it. So that goes to show you who didn't do it. They pretty much still did it, right? So I'm taking Juwan Jennings for 4. All right, let's take a look at Kittle. Take a look at their tight end defense. Their tight end defense, terrible still. And I feel like last week, Philip Rivers liked throwing the ball to George Kittle. So let's compare the yardage. He went over 50 in 5 straight games. Taking him for 50 yards, 80. So he had 88 catches on 8 receptions. And look at this. The rank was, it was a terrible, terrible matchup. They were one of the best defenses in the league, and he still has 67 yards. Only thing that scares me, it's why I don't like the receptions, taking him for 6 receptions, because it's like you have to sweat that out. He can break 50 receiving yards in 3 receptions if if they're long balls in the beginning. I don't know. Taking him for 50 receiving yards, okay? Because when they start running the ball, you're going to be sweating those receptions. So 50 receiving yards is the move here. All right. We're going to take a look at Pearsall's hurt, right? Yeah. We're going to take a look at... So now Brock Purdy, you can take a look at. I kind of like Brock Purdy for his passing yards. But again, it goes right back to saying, is the game script going to go where he doesn't throw the ball at the end of the game? And now you're sweating that out. Like, please, one pass. Please pass the ball. But they're not going to. So 250 is plus money. 200 is minus 5 something. Jesus, I'd stay away. Let's look at his passing touchdowns. Maybe taking it for 2 passing touchdowns, but they're pretty good at defending the passing touchdown, honestly. They're 9th in the league. Maybe what's the value on it? Minus 150. Could be something I can get into. Let's see how he does against. Let's see if the rushing yard. Do they allow the rush yards versus the quarterback? No, they don't. Okay. Average 11.2 rushing yards. What's 10 look like? Minus 110 for 10 rush yards. They're averaging 11.2. Let's see what quarterbacks have done it. Sam Darnold did it. Trevor Lawrence did it. Patrick Mahomes definitely did it. Interesting. 10 yards is one little scramble to a first down. Good value. Might be a juicer. I think that might be a juicer. I like that. All right. Last one we're going to look at is... Let's just take a look and see who I'm missing here. All right. Kendrick Bourne. I mean, is he playing or Ricky Pearsall's out? Yeah, Kendrick Bourne might have a little bit of a game because of Ricky Pearsall, right? Let's look at his receptions. So can you take him for 2 receptions? Is it going to be good value? Let's see. Minus 119 for 2 receptions with the, again, Kendrick Bourne, DeMarcus Robinson was having the larger roles. I like this. I think this is a pretty solid play. You want to put this in a different parlay when you're going to put your risky things? Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. Definitely going to take Kendrick Bourne for 2 catches. How could you not? It's obviously he's going to two catches, 2 little plays. Let's just look at his yard just in case. Maybe the yard line is more intriguing. So let's just see, he wanted him for like 15 yards. In these games, he just had nothing, right? 17 yards on 2 catches last week. Yikes. Just keep that in mind. 2 catches for a different parlay. Put that with your tough stuff. I like that a lot. That's what I'm going to do. Obviously, we're going to take Christian McCaffrey for his touchdowns. We're going to take him for 2 touchdowns. That's what I'm doing. Taking him for 2. I think he gets it done tonight. Let's just take a look. 2 touchdowns. Yeah, he hasn't had a 2 TD game in a couple. And I think they're going to do it. Let's take a look at their red zone targets. McCaffrey's top. Juwan Jennings. Red zone rush attempts. Look at that. So McCaffrey's still the top. Christian McCaffrey, 2 TDs. I like that. Take these picks for what they're worth. Good luck. Comment if you win. Subscribe to the channel. Have a good time watching the game. Gamble responsibly, obviously. Don't put all these in 12 leg parlay like I'm going to do. And yeah, good luck.